A few weeks ago, Susan Collins was on CBS Evening News, in which she was asked about Donald Trump's impeachment, in which he was impeached by the House of Representatives, but acquitted in the acquitted in the Senate, mainly because it was a sham of a trial where they did not allow witnesses, they did not allow evidence, and they basically said, "Oh, you cannot provide anything, even though we blocked you from providing anything. Therefore, we must acquit." Susan Collins was on CBS Evening News, in which she was asked, "Well, what did the the president had been impeached. Does that mean anything to you?" In which she goes like, yes, the president has learned a lot from this ordeal. And when she was asked, well, what did he learn from this? And Susan Collins, in her sickly sweet voice, goes like, the president's been impeached. It's a big deal. That proves nothing. That proves nothing. And then, like a week or two after that, Donald Trump comes out and is asked the same question. I mean, it's like, President Trump, you've been declared impeached by the House of Representatives for your interference. Did you learn any lessons from this? And do not. The president's going like, yes, I have learned that the Democrats are corrupt and that they want to come after my head. Okay, I'm paraphrasing right there, but you get the gist of it. In other words, the president has done nothing to change his attitude. And he's on after the witnesses. He's already fired Gordon Sondland and Michael Vindman for their roles in this impeachment trial. Granted, the Senate never gave these two a chance to speak on the Senate floor, let alone the whistleblower or Hunter Biden or Joe Biden in this Senate impeachment trial, or should I say the Senate removal trial. And now Susan Collins and a few other Republican senators are getting death threats because they allowed this sham of a trial to go on. They abated their, they abandoned their Senate rights to be impartial, and now their lives are on the line. Now people are going to come at me going like, "Well, because you are a libtard." And shut up for a second. First of all, I don't appreciate the death threats. I'm not saying that I'm supporting the Republicans at all. I'm just saying death threats are a sign of cowardice. Yes, I do believe that these people need to be called out. That this sham of a trial needed to be called out. But threatening them with death using terroristic methods shows the cowardice you are. What instead should happen is you take a look at that impeachment this impeachment Senate trial and use that as an example as to why these guys need to be ousted. This is what Republicans should do. All right, this is not what you. This is not. Wait, you did that, and they're proven, and already they're proven wrong. Susan Collins has been proven wrong about this impeachment trial being a learning lesson for Trump. And that's not all. George Conway, Kellyanne Conway's husband, has suggested the House Democrats to do another impeachment trial. And yes, more crimes, not only have they come out, but more crimes are being committed by the firings of Sondland and Vindman. But here's the problem with this, George. You only get one shot. That's it. You only get one shot at impeachment, and because of how the sham trial finished, that's it. There's nothing they can do. All they can do is move on. Look forward to November. Have their have their caucuses, which has already been a disaster for Joe Biden, by the way, and get ready for November for the elections and for the people to announce who they should be as president, who they should have in the House, and who should they have in the Senate. Because if the House of Representatives do file another article of impeachment, it's going to backfire. Because then it shows that, oh, the House is actually abusing their power. In which I say, yeah, they are. They will be. If they would be, if they do proceed with another article of impeachment. And I think Nancy Pelosi knows it. But this also shows that Nancy Pelosi was incapable, or should I say, is incapable of running the House of Representatives as House Speaker. Because she only allowed two articles: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, when there were dozens, dozens of other high crimes and misdemeanors that they could have gone after Trump for. Especially, oh, I don't know, the emoluments clause violations about not not divesting from his companies, from the Trump Towers, the Trump hotels. I mean, he still goes to his own Mar-a-Lago down in Florida. My God. So I appreciate the fact that these Republican senators are being called out for their sham of an impeachment trial. But don't go after the death threats. It just doesn't. It's just makes you look weak and look stupid. What you should do is focus on November. You should also do Google searches to see what candidates are available in the Senate for your state. That being said, that's all I gotta say. But just keep in mind, let Susan Collins bury herself in her own grave. Besides, these guys need to retire anyway.